Okay, so here's some problems out of the textbook in section 5.2. And what we've got going on here is somebody asked in the forum is having trouble finding the coterminal angle, especially when they're looking for the negative value or the negative, if they're working with negative angles. So for question number 7 in 5.2, this is out of the textbook, as I said, I started to draw the 685-degree angle here. Let me get a pointer going on here. Okay, so I drew one revolution around, which is 360 degrees, and I wanted to see what was left. So I subtracted the 360 from the 685, and that left me with 325. Now that's less than one revolution, so I know I'm done. So I just drew, for illustration purposes, I drew the remaining 325 degrees as a red angle, and that's the coterminal angle. So to answer this question, because this remainder is less than 360, I know that that's the angle between 0 and 360 that's going to be coterminal. So basically this 685-degree angle is going around, well, full rotation plus whatever fractional rotation that is. Okay, now the question that was asked on the forum was, how about the negative angle? What if I wanted to find an angle, let's see, let me get a black pen going, between 0 degrees, well, let's see, let's get my pen working, between 0 degrees and negative 360 degrees. Well, remember, negative angles of rotation, degrees, negative angles of rotation, well, why don't I use Paint's built-in tools here? So a negative angle of rotation goes clockwise around the circle, and that's where we end up. Well, so now the task is, how many degrees is that green arrow that I just drew? How many degrees that represent? Well, I know the red one is 320, so 325. So if I do 360, that's one full rotation, minus 325, I think that's 35 degrees. I'm doing my arithmetic right. So the negative angle of rotation would be negative 35 degrees. How about this next question? It says, find a coterminal angle between 0 and 360 that is negative, that's coterminal with negative 1746. Notice I'm looking for a positive angle, but I've got a negative angle here. So I'm going around many times, it looks like. So here's one negative angle rotation, and then that's 360. Here's another negative angle rotation. So now I'm at 720 degrees. And I'm just going to keep rolling with this. And I'm going to grab a calculator and do this off screen. Let's see. So 1746. And I'm going to just subtract 360. Yes, I could divide by 360, but then I'd have to deal with the remainder. So I'm going around once, twice, 3, 4 times around leaves me with 306 left. So let me cut to the shortcut here. So now I've gone around 4 times. Let's see, 1, 3 times, 4 times, and then now I've got to go 306 degrees left to get the remainder. So there's 270 degrees, negative 270. So I know my angle is going to fall in quadrant 1. And my task to answer this question is to come up with this angle here. So isn't that just 360 minus the 306 that I had left? So I believe that's 54 degrees. Okay, so you kind of got to sketch it out for the negative and then see what's left to get the positive. Okay. How about if we're working with radians? Some people like to convert to degrees to do this. You can, that's not wrong. I think it's a pain to do it that way. It's like working with a metric system and our imperial system, because if you're in the metric, stay in the metric. So we're in radians, let's stay in radians. I know that one revolution in radian measure is 2 pi radians, or because since this has a denominator of 9, I know that 2 pi is the same as 18 pi over 9, because 18 divided by 9 is 2. Now what I can do is I can just subtract that let's see, what's 26 pi over 9 minus 18 pi over 9? So let's see, 26 minus 18 is 8, I believe. And 8 pi over 9 is less than 1 revolution. Remember, 1 revolution is 18 pi over 9. So that's going to be my coterminal angle. That's between 0 and 2 pi. Now, if I wanted to go with a negative angular rotation that's coterminal at in radian measure, so we got to get a little creative here in our thinking. I know that since I'm working with ninths, I know that 9 pi over 9 is the same as 1 pi. So that tells me 8 pi over 9 falls right here in quadrant 2. So if I'm looking for a negative angular rotation, there's a couple of ways to do it. Here, let me get a different color going. This is the angle I'm looking for. So I could just say, well, I know 18 pi over 9 is 1 revolution, and I'm going to subtract the 8 pi over 9. So that's going to be 10 pi over 9, but that's a negative angular rotation. So negative 10 pi over 9 is also coterminal to that. The other way to think about this, and really it's not bad. If you think about if I've gone 8 pi over 9 in the red, isn't that little reference angle right there equal to 1 pi over 9? So 9 pi over 9 plus 1 pi over 9 is 10 pi over 9. Same answer. Okay, let me do this last one, then I'll stop. Then I'll stop this video. Let me do some clearing. So let's see, negative 3 pi over 2. Well, I'm hoping that you're spotting, oh, negative 3 pi over 2 is the same as, 270 degrees, or in this case, negative 270 degrees. So let's see, need my pen back. So we're looking for a positive angular rotation. Here's my negative 3 pi over 2. So I'm looking for this angle, which is pi over 2. Half a pi. Now, if I wanted another negative angular rotation to be coterminal at, I'd have to go all the way around and get back there. So what's negative 3 pi over 2 plus a negative 4 pi over 2? That'll be negative 7 pi over 2. I hope you understand, why did I add negative 4 pi over 2 to this? Probably in the classroom, I would ask you that. Because 4 divided by 2 is 2, so 2 pi would be another revolution. Okay, so hopefully this will help you answer these kind of questions. Give a yell back if you need some more help.